Well, according to latest news that you're just receiving right about now, is that there is a lot of tension in Nakuru County to a level where the government has been forced to impose curfew. Those who don't know curfew, I think you can relate to when COVID-19 hit Kenya. Curfew is that regulation of when people should go out, when they should come back in. That's what is happening right now at some parts in Nakuru County, and we will be trying to find out what actually really happened. Nikubaya. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video where we will be covering a topic from Nakuru County. Some parts in Nakuru County, no, actually it's a number of them, it's not one area. Curfew has been imposed by the government, and this after deadly crashes erupted, leaving one person dead, many more injured, while hundreds others have been displaced to different locations across the county. So to the people who are wondering what is really happening, what is actually happening in this county, and why haven't we heard about this news, this is something which happened started on Saturday. Today is on Monday, and I'll be trying to update you, catch you up with the most that has been happening there. But for the meantime, that is what we will be talking about, these crashes from Nakuru County that has led to the government imposing curfew, and also that have led to one person being declared dead. So ladies and gentlemen, if this is your first time watching a video from this channel, kindly feel welcomed, feel at home. This is a place where you will be guaranteed to get all the necessary updates that you need to know. That is if you are interested. And we deal with news from politics, trending stuff, and I think this is the best place for you to be. So if this is your first time watching a video from this channel, kindly feel free. Do only 3 things that will guarantee you that anytime you want to know something, just get to this channel and you will find it. And also, these 3 things are going to help our channel grow, and it's going to help our family even become bigger. The first thing is clicking the subscribe button, the second thing is clicking the thumbs up button, and the third thing is clicking the notification icon on, which guarantees you that next time we upload a new video, YouTube will send a notification your way informing you that Duffy Update has uploaded a new video. So thank you to everybody who has done that, and with those many remarks, let me continue and let me inform you on what is actually happening in Nakuru County, which was crowned Nakuru City some few days ago. So I'll start by sharing my screen with you, and as you can see, courtesy of Kenyans, government imposes curfew amid escalating tensions in Nakuru. Government imposes curfew amid escalating tensions in Nakuru. So Nakuru City will be basically looking at the whole county as a whole. But for things concerning curfew, for a lot of people don't relate to this word, and they actually don't know how it works, things like that. But in some parts of Nakuru County, curfew has become a reality. The government has advised that people should go out maybe around 5 a.m. I'll be trying to check the actual hours, but this is how it basically works. In a day, we have 24 hours. There are hours which you have been allowed to go outside, and there are hours if you are found outside, then it's going to be a lot of trouble for you. So government imposes curfew amid escalating tensions in Nakuru County. You see, this is just a picture showing how things have been there. You see, that's a road which has been blocked by burning tires, stones, and that's just how things literally have been in some parts of Nakuru, including the tipis, Mount Narok, and that's the actual places. Those are the actual places where these crashes are happening. So the government has imposed a curfew in Tipis, Mount Narok, specifically in Njoro, southwest of Njoro town in Nakuru County, following a wave of crashes which left one dead and dozens displaced in the evening of Saturday, August 30th. So this one was happening on Saturday. And when it gets to a level where people are fighting to a level where a person dies, and they're not fighting with versus the police, the only circumstances that we have been used to hearing people dying here in Kenya is maybe if there is an accident which has happened, or if it is because of crashes. It's Kenyans, or let me say common mwananchi versus the government, where the police comes in, and at the end of the day you hear information that 2 Gen Zs have died, 1 Gen Z was shot, things like that. But people fighting among themselves to a level where a person dies, that's something which we are not used to hearing. Well, initial report suggested protest turned violent in the Tipis area over an alleged lack of power for nearly 2 months. However, by Sunday morning, the aftermath of the crashes suggested a deeper issue at play. Tens of families were left displaced after hundreds of goons descended on them, torching houses and assaulting civilians at night. So the main problem which happened here is that people from Tipis area have been complaining that they have not had power for the last 2 months. And for anybody who lives in the village, the towns, the cities, everybody will agree that electricity power is one of the most important necessities that households do need. So when you stay without electricity for 2 months, 2 continuous months, this means you are going to be undergoing hell. Imagining that other people have electricity, you are supposed to be having electricity but you don't. It's something that can take you, like you can get so angry to a level where you can even decide to do anything to make that to make sure that electricity comes back. So by Sunday morning, after the crashes on Saturday, what was discovered was that what happened was actually deeper than the issues at play. Tens of families were left displaced. When fight erupts in a certain area, people start moving because you can't stay there, wait for something you won't be able to deal with. So the women, the children, the families who want peace, they are forced to migrate to maybe a safer regions, safer areas, and it is so sad to imagine that goons were sent and they descended on these civilians. They burnt their houses. That's where you see they torched their houses and also assaulted civilians at night. It can be on several ways, including beating the people who they met. They can assault somebody kimwili. You never know. Although let us just use it as a rage because there is no specific case that you have been pointing to. According to one survivor of this clash, his area of residence was attacked by at least 2,000 masked individuals, leaving several with serious injuries. So the question that I know you're asking yourself is, who sent these people? Who sent these 2,000 masked individuals? We are going to find that out. On Sunday morning, it was confirmed that 12 houses were torched. Can you imagine? While key roads were blocked by burning tires in the aftermath of the mayhem on Saturday evening. Speaking on Sunday, Nakuru County Commissioner Rayford Kibara announced a 7 p.m. to 5 a.m. curfew in Tipis and Mwisho wa Lami for 1 week to curb the escalating violence. So these are the hours of the curfew. People coming from Tipis and Mwisho wa Lami, there is a 1 week curfew that has been imposed starting from yesterday, which was on Sunday. So you're supposed to be at home at your house by 7 p.m. Hiyo ni saa moja jioni, and you're supposed to remain inside until 5 a.m. the following day. Hiyo ni saa 11 asubuhi siku ifuatayo. So if you're found loitering or just moving around between those hours 7 p.m. and 5 a.m., then you will have a lot of questions to answer, because people are inside. People are supposed to be inside. What are you doing outside? Are you one of these people who have decided to terrorize this area? So that has been advised. It is it's a command that must be obeyed, and this is just a way of trying to curb this escalating violence that has made the area just unlivable for most people, because you can't live just imagining that anything can happen to you at any time, any day, any point of the hour. Kibara urged residents of the area to take the curfew seriously, with individuals found outside during curfew hours facing potential arrest. So if to anybody who might be found just walking past those hours, then he will have to spend the night at the cell after he gets arrested. For a large part of Sunday, areas including Tipis, Maunarok, Mauche and parts of Njoro were marred by tensions between the two communities, who were mostly affected by the skirmishes. Notably, the areas have a history of inter-community violence. This is why I had mentioned earlier that people are fighting among themselves. So the highest possibility is there is a community that is not getting by with another community, and they decide to descend upon those people. So these areas have communities who have a history of attacking each other, with similar incidents being reported in 2018 and 2020. This particular incident that happened on Saturday, there are other moments when it happened, including a time in 2018 and also a time in 2020. Police had initially played down the violence, suggesting that frustration over a 2-month blackout prompted locals to resort to unrest, particularly after one vehicle was left severely damaged. Nakuru County Commander Emmanuel Opulu told Kenyans.co.ke that the violence stemmed from a disagreement after after a section of residents blocked roads, sparking confrontations that quickly escalated. So these are developing story. It's something which the government is still trying to figure out how to end it, how to get those who are responsible for that kifo ambayo nimekutangazia pale mwanzo. They are trying to figure out how it's hard, because up to now power has not yet been restored. So you might not understand well how power relates with people fighting each other. Well, according to what I know and according to the information that has been supplied to us, first of all, the power went out, affecting these areas for about 2 months, and people grew relentless. So some of them decided to block roads, major roads, for this to get attention. And there are some people who decided to take advantage of this situation. By the fact that they have a history of fighting each other, they decided to descend on these people during this time when they are most vulnerable. There is no right, because there is no power. You can't go anywhere because roads are blocked. That's what I basically think. There's a group which just decided it's time to get maybe our revenge. It's time to disrupt these people. We don't want peace. We want to fight, things like that. So it's something which I'll be trying to figure out more. But for the meantime, thank you for watching this video. Kindly, before you leave, make sure to join us by clicking the subscribe button under this video. You can also click the thumbs up button, and finally click the notification icon on. I'll meet you in the next one. Bye bye.